And here is part 2 of my video. I apologize for 2 videos here. In this section, I will talk about the results that I had on each of my pages. So first, I just wanted to start off by showing you each of my Facebook platforms. So this is my Facebook page. As you can see, for Follow Your Soul, I have 70 likes. And I'll just kind of briefly just go over the type of posts that I had. What I would do a lot on each of my sites is I would retweet links from other people's posts or communities that I thought was relevant to my own, such as this. This was a recipe that I found that was really delicious. So I posted on mine. As you can see, 6 people saw this post. Down here again, this one is about the male winner of the Boston Marathon. This is from Runner's World. I thought it was a really great article about how he trained for it and things like that. And then over here, I posted a personal thing about myself and running and what kind of gets me going. And so then I also posted here on my blog. So, and then also, again, as I mentioned previously in my video, how I would promote each of my websites on here. So I did that about Pinterest and things like that. So these are just a couple of my posts that I had on here that I would show you. It's really great so you can see how many people saw this post. 31 saw this, and so that's really helpful. So you can really gauge to see the type of post that people are interested in. This is my Twitter page. I have posted 61 tweets, following 93 people, and 30 people are following me, which is really great. I wish I had more, obviously, but it's really great that 30 people who are organic followers that I just kind of found, a lot of people that I followed started following me and things like that, because a really important thing to me when I first started this was that I didn't want to necessarily reach out to people I already knew, because I felt like that was the easy way to get people to like your page. I kind of wanted to see how far I could get with people that I didn't know, and using the tools that I learned in this course, the type of people that I could reach out to and that would be interested in my page. So it's actually really great that 30 people are following me on Twitter. You know, they thought my page was interesting enough to follow. Again, nobody really communicates on any of my posts, but you know, people are looking at it, and it's great to see that I can reach out to people and that some of my tactics and my strategy has worked. So again, here are some of my posts here. A lot of links on here. I use the Owly link, so I could track those, and then and also posts from my blog and things like that I would post on Twitter. And this is my my Pinterest page. I have a couple different boards here. I liked how you can go on Pinterest and you can kind of create your own profile in your own. You can kind of organize it your own way. So I kind of did that. I did a whole one for my blogs. I did workouts, I did motivation and healthy recipes. So people who go on here, they can kind of click on which one they're interested in without having to kind of filter through the other stuff. Here wasn't so successful. I only have 2 followers, and I'm following 12 people. Pinterest is a little bit harder, so that's why I tried to promote it on my other social media sites where I do have more followers. But again, as I said in the very beginning of my other video, it takes a long time to gain a following and things like that. So hopefully this increases. And then this one is my blog here with a bunch of my different posts that I showed you in the last video. Here you go. So then I'll start talking about the analytics. So first I will start with WordPress, my blog statistics. And this is what I grabbed from the actual WordPress. I couldn't integrate Google Analytics into my blog, so I kind of had to rely on WordPress statistics, which is fine. It did the job. So here I'll just kind of go over it a little bit. This is days here. This kind of just shows the activity here on the day. So that also helps me kind of see what people were interested in, the post that I posted on those specific days, and kind of what increased it. The light blue is views. So as you can see on these days, I I increased a lot of them. And then down here is months. Obviously, March was my best month, I guess. Posted a lot of good stuff in there. And then April and May has just begun, so I haven't really posted much in May. So it's good to see that March was really great. And then in April here. And then here, again, continuing with my blog, it was really great to see there was 52 homepage views. And as you could see from my layout, that on my homepage, you could see every single blog post. So you didn't necessarily have to click the link to look at all of them. So as you can see, you know, my individual ones are a little bit smaller. There's only 1s, 2s, 3s, but people who are on my homepage is 52, which is great. So it's people are finding my blog and they're reading it, which is so great. And then my top 2 were my actual first two blogs, which is about and then Happy Spring Runners. Those are my very first 2 posts. So it's good to see that at least some people, and then the total 75 views, which is so exciting, you know, 75 people, whether the same people looking over and over again or new people who are viewing it. Either way, people, you know, are finding my blog, which is really great. And then here is my Twitter account. And then, again, as I showed you previously, I have 30 followers. And then over here is just my notifications about people who followed me, the types of people who followed me. A couple of people retweeted me, which is really great because that's what you want people to do on your Twitter account, and so they can get posted on their own page, so then people will see, you know, your community name, Follow Your Soul, and might become interested, and that's how you could gain new viewers, which is exciting. And then this is Hootsuite statistics on Twitter. As you can see here, this is the follower growth. So it was down, you know, when I first did it, and then it grew in the last couple of days. And I think that's when I really started to start going on other people's websites and starting following people myself. So I think that really helped a lot. And that's what you really need to do, is go into other communities and find those people who you think would be interested in your blog. And then it just kind of stayed consistent through there, which, you know, is okay. I would like to see it grow a little bit more. You know, obviously in any community you want to see your growth continuous, but you know, that's okay. I think, you know, the more I post and all that kind of stuff, it'll continue to grow. And this is a little bit more. These are the most popular links. The thing that's kind of bumming is, you know, not a lot of people were clicking on my links. You know, only 2 clicks, 1 clicks. So that's a little frustrating here. But, you know, again, you know, I can't say it enough times. It just takes a lot of time for people to figure you out and figure out that you're there and where you are and where they can follow you. And then down here is keyword over time. You know, I tried to find different keywords, you know, in Twitter, whether it's run, healthy living, things like that. So that you can see, you know, this is for run, the increases and the decreases of what people are talking about here. And then Facebook, these are my stats for Facebook, which I found on the Facebook statistics. Here are the number of people who viewed it, which is really exciting. You know, 637, 492. That's really great. So it's really helpful. Whoops, sorry about that. It's really helpful to see that they have all these different posts here, and which ones people are viewing and which ones, you know, people aren't viewing as much, and things like that. So it's really great to see these statistics. And then here is Facebook again. You know, unfortunately, I was down a lot from the previous week. New page like was down, you know, only 3. So again, you know, it's a little frustrating to see, you know, these decline as much as they did from the previous week. But, you know, it's just what happens, and you just got to keep up with the posts and things like that. But the big thing is 178 total reach, which is big, but it was down almost 100% from the previous week. And then this was actually pretty interesting to see. This is a 1-week period when fans are online and kind of engaged and looking at your page, and that was really interesting. So the top times were, you know, in the evening around 6 o'clock and around there, and then even kind of like at lunchtime. So kind of between there. That's pretty interesting. That so it kind of gives you an idea of when your viewers are online and what they're kind of doing, and then again on days, how many people are online and when they're watching and viewing your page. And here is the geography and demographics of my Facebook. As I said previously, it's mostly women here, 70%, and it's all Facebook. And these are the age groups here. The biggest one was 18 to 24. And again, I felt that was a little young, but you know, that's okay. I accept all followers. And then it was just really interesting to see. So, you know, as I look at these age groups, I can kind of relate my posts to these types of people, you know, between 18 and 44 years old. Those are the biggest age gap. So I can kind of, you know, keep it to, you know, my age group and things like that. And then this is where my fans are, which is actually really interesting to see. There was one in Portuguese, Brazil, and the UK, and then in Texas, which is really interesting to see where my fans are. And then this is another one just showing the different states that my viewers are in. And then this is from Hootsuite, my statistics. This is from Facebook the past 2 weeks. As you can see here, it's kind of increasing and then downcreasing a little bit. But, you know, people are talking about this, which is good. I have new likes. I have 70 total likes. And my weekly total reach is huge. So that's really great. So it's a little bit encouraging to see that. And then here's my Pinterest. Again, there's not really any social monitoring tools for Pinterest, so I just kind of have to go on my followers and things like that. And then to go into some other social media analytical tools, I just wanted to add this slide in just to show you what the hashtags I use, which I could previously mentioned, and where I was looking for those and monitoring those, and then what I was looking for Google alerts, which are here: racing, eating, events, and tips. And then this is Topsy. These are tweets per day. I kind of added 3 at once so you can kind of see the trends here. This is the 3 that I use the most: healthy living, healthy eating, and healthy women. So it's really good to see that people are using these hashtags and that I'm kind of in the right area. Healthy women's a little bit low here, but that's okay. It's still the type of people who I want to reach. And then again, this was an event that I talked about was Earth Day, and then I also used the hashtag Earth Day every day. So that's kind of a hashtag you can use every single day. You know, as you can see, that peaked on the 22nd, which is when that was. So that has the biggest spike. But then, you know, people are still using the hashtag Earth Day every day. There's almost 9,000, so that's really great that people can still use that and reach the numbers. And this is another one, running and run, again on Topsy. And then this is just kind of, I did pound healthy living because that was the hashtag that I used a lot. And just how many tweets there are over the past 30 days, and what people are talking about when they're using that hashtag. Excuse me. And then a couple examples of some posts that I found with the hashtag healthy living and Earth Day and on various sites. So my analysis here is, and you know what worked and what didn't work. So what worked here is the content of post, the recipes, the workouts, the training tips, the racing information. Like I said before, I tried to keep a variety of different posts to keep people interested in staying up to date with real-time events. As I previously mentioned, Boston Marathon, races and race season, holidays, season, spring, summer, winter, and kind of relate my post to each of these. You know, as I did a spring one, you know, happy spring, you know, get ready to start running. Summer, you know, I'll do one, how to stay cool, you know, when it's 90 degrees out. And then winter, how to run, you know, when it's -2 degrees out. Another one was connecting influencers via Twitter. 30 unique followers, 93 influencers I am following and counting, and connecting my community with all 4 social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, WordPress, and Pinterest. What did not work? You know, as I said before, I would have liked to have a lot more followers, but a couple specific things. Stay consistent on page views on Facebook and Twitter. They were very up and down. It wasn't very steady, my page views day to day or a week to week basis. So I'm still kind of working out the bugs in there and, you know, try to figure out what people really, really want to listen to and what people are posting and sharing. Um, and then, like I just said, gain followers on Facebook and Pinterest, and WordPress clicks, mostly homepage views. Maybe I could choose a different layout, you know, where people have to click on the link to view my post versus seeing it all right there on the homepage, so I can kind of keep track a little bit better on there. And then the biggest thing, you know, when I started this was community engagement. There was no interaction like I had wanted and I had hoped for. I really wanted people to share their personal stories and interact with each other. But, you know, it takes a lot for people to do that and feel comfortable on a site. So that just kind of takes time. What surprised me, the organic likes on WordPress. Like I said before, that was really great because the important thing for me was to not just go directly to my friends and my family to follow it. I really wanted to find people who were really interested in healthy living and people that I don't know. And then Facebook post views, that was really great. That boosted up a lot. I did a lot of promoting on there through Facebook and other sites. So that's great to see that increased. Twitter followers, it was definitely a little bit easier to find Twitter followers versus the other ones. But you know, I was glad that I found them and that they found me. And then the types of posts people were interested in were personal ones that I did, you know, recipes, my personal experiences, you know, on my WordPress blog, and then real-time dates like events like the Boston Marathon and things that related to real-time events. So I think people really like to stay up to date with things. And then to wrap it all up, my conclusion, you know, after completing this campaign and creating these social media outlets, the things I would change would be is to get more personal. Maybe I would add, you know, some personal videos of me working out, or running or things like that. And then I would add more recipes. I think people really like to see recipes. That's what a lot of people post, you know, on Instagram and Pinterest. So maybe, I mean, I could also add more of those in the future, and then interact more with influencers on various social media outlets, meeting, you know, retweet people on Twitter and then go on Facebook and kind of talk to people through my site. I didn't do a whole lot of that, so that's definitely something that would step up a little bit. And then, you know, same thing, utilize the social media outlets more, and use hashtags more. Be specific with them. I think, you know, I tried to stick to those four pretty consistently, which was good, but maybe kind of think outside that a little bit and use a little bit more. And then the things I would keep the same would definitely be my personality. I think people really liked the personal touch of that, and that's what I really liked. It made me feel good to share my experiences with other people, and I hope that people like that. So I would definitely keep that the same. And various posts that related to multiple people, as I mentioned before, the recipes, the workouts, the training tips, etc. And again, get more personal. Again, add more personal videos and things like that. And that is all. So I hope that everybody enjoyed looking at my community. It's been a great class, and I really had a great time seeing everybody's progress. And take care.